Abalone, and I truly hope that everybody loves these designs, wants to buy more, because this is the only thing, really, resource that I get out of New Zealand.
And I want to go back.
I want to go back so bad. So I don't have to go now because we already have the connection. But it was the only thing I did find some green jade that we did just a real small project on it. But this is the only thing, unfortunately, that I get out of New Zealand. Here's the interesting thing about abalone for people who don't know what abalone is. You know, a lot of you probably are, know what this is, but this comes from New Zealand, which is the finest. And abalone is actually, it's a mollusk. It's not really an oyster. But what you're looking at here is an ancient creature. So an ancient, okay. So when I say ancient creatures, I want you to think about this, right? Think about a scorpion. If you see scorpions, like from the prehistoric scorpions and scorpions today, they look like a scorpion. I mean, I have a scorpion in amber, right? That I have, that is one of my treasures. I mean, I have had so many people try to buy it off me.
I bet.
So it's a prehistoric scorpion. It looks kind of like a Tron scorpion, but it's still basically a scorpion. Same thing with an alligator. Think about that, or a crocodile, right? Okay.
Yeah.
That, if you look at the prehistoric crocodiles, the prehistoric alligators, although now they maybe is scaled down a little bit, they're basically the same. That's what an abalone is. And these are creatures that have learned to survive over time. And so the abalone is really kind of interesting in the fact that it's made from the same material that coral's made from. So an abalone shell is basically calcium carbonate. So it's the same thing that what coral is. Coral is calcium carbonate, basically. So what makes abalone, though, so unique and so different is the iridescence of the shell. And they're, what they harvest these, they grow it naturally in the wild. They usually find them only in salt waters, usually in more of a tropical. They can survive in cooler water, but not really, it's got to be fairly temperate for them to thrive and survive. But you find them usually, they're, 2, 4, 6 feet, 8 feet. They don't go really deep. They also, in New Zealand, when you go to New Zealand and you go out and you look in the bays, and there's like these floating platforms, and there's long platforms that rows and rows and rows. What those are is abalone farms, and they actually grow it. They grow it as a food source. But
look how beautiful that
what
is.
we've done, how cool is that?
It's
I mean,
amazing.
how cool is that? And that's all natural. It's naturally iridescent. And this is, like I said, it's not really mother of pearl per se. It's more, this is calcium carbonate. So it's the same thing that coral is made from. So it's very, very hard. Also with the abalone, which is really kind of unique and different, how they survive is when they lay their eggs, they lay literally 1,000 at a time or more.
Really?
But the survival rate is minuscule of how many that actually survive and end up growing and then actually turn into an abalone. And that's how they've overcome. That's how, obviously it's a survival skill, is where they lay massive amounts of eggs in order to survive, because the survival rate is very, very, like I said, very, very minimal.
That's like almost like a pearl in a way.
In a way, yeah. It's kind of the same, same thing.
But look at the magic that it produces. I mean, that's
I love
the
this.
beauty.
And in New Zealand, they call it pawa shell. And you see it in a lot of especially the original native cultures and stuff.
Yes.
They used a lot of abalone in their personal jewelry and also as decorations. So really, really unique, very different. I love designing with it.
And that shape is just so fun. You saw how it just frames Victoria's face so beautifully. The same thing it'll do for you.
Excuse me.
The HSN price will be $159. It's our anniversary, so we took $20 off. This is the brand new launch. The necklace is 18 inches in length. It'll have a full 2 3/4 inch extender in the back. And with FlexPay, it's under $28 to get this necklace home. How about the drop earrings? Let's look at those. They're 1.5 inches in length. They're the perfect shape, going back, perfect balance to the necklace. And they're only $69.98, both brand new on the day today. And this is the mystery of abalone. It's always going to be just absolutely beautiful, but no two are ever going to be alike.
On anything, in particular, especially when you're dealing with Mother Nature, right? That's really, to be honest with you, that's kind of one of the telltales if it's real or not,
Yeah.
right? You know, if it's too good to be true, probably in most cases it is too good to be true.
Yeah.
But not always. I mean, not 100%. But yeah, that's usually one of the things I look at, and that's how you can tell if is it really handmade? Is it the real deal? Because if you're dealing with natural materials, they're all going to have variances in them. But that's what I love about